Welcome to set 2 of the Blokees Sesame Street characters. Sorry about that terrible impersonation there. If you haven't already seen part 1 regarding set 1 and the box contents of the Sesame Street characters, please have a look at it. You'll find it on my YouTube channel, or if you're already here on Instagram, you'll find it in my feed. So this is more about the articulation and the design and the photographic potential of these particular characters, but I'll tell you a little bit set 2 as well. So set 1, and by the way, these set numbers from there, I've given them, there seems to be no official set numbering, and I think they came out together, all 8 characters. Set 1 has Elmo, Abby Cadabby, Big Bird and Cookie Monster, and as you can see here, we have Count Von Count, Bert, Ernie and Oscar in the background there. Like the first set, they come with at least one accessory, although in the case of the Count, it's his cloak, so I'm not too sure if you can call that an accessory. But Bert has his pigeon, Ernie has his rubber ducky, and Oscar has the snail, and of course the trash can. Now, Oscar comes out of the trash can. He is the shortest character of the lot at around about 4 inches or 100 millimetres. And they range all the way out to Big Bird that goes up to about 150 millimetres or 6 inches. And the others are all anywhere in between. As far as the articulation is concerned, and I'll show you the count here. I'll just take his coat off. He has 3 points of articulation in the legs. There's hips, which gives you quite a reasonable amount of movement in the hips. There's the knee, and there's the feet, and there's a little bit of up and down movement in the feet as well. In the arms, you have again 3 points of articulation: the hand, the elbow, and the shoulder. And in these 4 characters, you also have the head, although in all the characters the heads can move, but in these 4 characters you not only have the head, but you also have the mouth will articulate as well. In the other characters, in the other set of characters, Big Bird is the only one that has an articulated mouth, but you have to do his mouth manually, whereas these 4 characters have a little stick, or I don't know what you want to call it, stick will do for me, and a hole in the back of their head, and you can actually articulate them a little bit like you are a Muppet controller. And if you were clever at stop motion photography, you could probably get some quite interesting little snippets, I suppose, of video of these characters. I'm not that clever, so I only stick with stills. The hands, of course, not of course, but the hands are all the same. There's an open hand on the left-hand side, and there is a closed hand to hold any of the accessories on the right-hand side. As I stated before, beautiful sculpting and design, and there's just a few little bits and pieces, like the articulated mouths and things like this. This wonderful little what do you call it? Monocle. I couldn't think of it for a moment there. A wonderful little monocle, and a few other bits and pieces with the others that just have great photographic potential, or at least I think so anyway. They stand up reasonably well. You have to be a little bit careful sometimes. Believe it or not, Bert is one of the ones that actually stands up really well. I had him in the karate crane pose the other day, and he stood up on the 1 foot. Others, such as Big Bird, because they're so heavy at the top, tend to be a little bit wobbly. And so you have to be careful that you don't knock them over. The Count isn't quite as stable as he could be, and I think a lot of that comes because of the cloak. It doesn't help things out either. In Australia, they are, sorry about that rubber ducky. In Australia, they are quite reasonably priced, and you can get all 8 of them at a particular retailer here in Melbourne, and they are worthwhile if you can afford it. They're worthwhile, I think, getting all 8. I certainly decided that they were. In the US, I believe they are fairly hard to get and they're quite expensive. So that's a bit of a shame, although it's a bit of a turn up because generally it's the other way around here in Australia. Things are hard to get and more expensive. And I've also been told by another toy photographer that in the Philippines, some of them are hard to get. Others, for some reason, poor old Abby Kadabi seems to be a bit of a shelf warmer, which is a bit of a shame. So that's the 8 characters of this Blokees series. I don't know if they'll bring out any more as time goes on, but I'll certainly be looking at buying them if they do. If you buy them, I don't believe that you will be disappointed. I think they have great potential and even just for display. Thanks very much for listening, and we will probably talk to you in another review. Cheers.